Imagine a summer afternoon jog. A vibrant young woman, full of life, goes for a run in the quiet town of Princeton, Massachusetts, and simply vanishes. Her brutal murder didn't just shatter her family, it terrified the entire community. What followed wasn't just a police investigation. It was an agonizing hunt for a ghost, a killer who disappeared into the trees, leaving almost no trace. How do you find a phantom when every lead seems to go cold? This is the story of the relentless determination that finally pierced the darkness. August 7th, 2016. A typical Sunday visit for 27-year-old Vanessa Marcotte to her mother's home in peaceful Princeton. Vanessa, a Google employee from New York City, went for an afternoon run along Brooks Station Road, a scenic path she knew well, a place she likely felt safe. But that day, the familiar turned fatal. When Vanessa didn't return, worry escalated to panic. A search began, and as dusk fell, the worst was confirmed. Vanessa's body was found in the woods, less than half a mile from her mother's house. The scene spoke of a violent struggle, her life taken with brutal force. She was partially clothed, with burns on her body, strangled, and had suffered blunt force trauma. Princeton's peace was shattered. The desperate hunt for her killer had begun. When Vanessa was reported missing, police acted immediately. The discovery of her body transformed it into an intense homicide investigation. The wooded crime scene off Brooks Station Road was grim. Investigators combed the area. Vanessa's clothes, phone, and earbuds were gone. Crucially, they found evidence of a fierce struggle. Foreign DNA under her fingernails. This tiny clue would become the key. Princeton, a town of 3,500, was in shock, unaccustomed to such violence. Fear mingled with a desire to help. Authorities warned of a predator at large, urging vigilance. In the initial blur, police canvassed, interviewed, and traced Vanessa's last movements. She was seen on her phone around 1 p.m. A witness reported a dark SUV seemingly following her, even turning to trail her. This vehicle became a focal point, but with few leads, the case was daunting. The attacker had vanished, leaving behind fragments of evidence and a community aching for justice. Days turned into months. The hunt became an agonizing marathon. The Worcester County DA's office, state, and Princeton police led an exhaustive effort. A 24-hour tip line yielded over 1,300 leads, each meticulously pursued. They released a suspect description: a male, likely scratched and bruised from Vanessa's fight. Witness accounts pointed to a dark SUV and an out-of-place man. One resident saw a man with a black SUV, hood up, on his phone at 12:45 p.m. that day. Cell records would later place the future suspect there. Vanessa left home around 1:15 p.m. By 2:05 p.m., the SUV was still there, hood down, driver gone. Despite these fragments, no clear suspect emerged. The DNA profile from Vanessa's hands indicated a male attacker, possibly of Hispanic ancestry, but a profile isn't a name. Over 300 DNA samples were taken from locals, hoping for a match. The pressure mounted daily, the community's fear and the family's pain deepening with each passing day. 6 agonizing months passed. The DNA profile remained a silent beacon, needing a name. Then, early in 2017, the breakthrough. Not a confession, not new crime scene evidence, but a single, sharp observation by an alert state police trooper. On patrol in Worcester, near Princeton, he spotted a dark SUV. Critically, the vehicle and driver matched witness descriptions. It was a fleeting moment, easily missed, but the trooper's training and instinct took over. He saw more than a car. He saw a potential link to Vanessa's murder. He quickly scribbled the license plate on his hand, a simple act that became the turning point. This was the spark, connecting a real person to the phantom suspect. All the relentless groundwork had led to this moment, this trooper's keen eye holding the key. That license plate led investigators to Angelo Colon-Ortiz, 31, of Worcester. A delivery driver, he knew Princeton's routes, including Brooks Station Road. No prior criminal history. Married with 3 children, new to Worcester. The pieces fit. The man, the vehicle, his area knowledge matched their painstakingly built profile. The crucial next step: obtain Colon-Ortiz DNA to compare with the sample from Vanessa's fingernails. In March 2017, investigators, including the trooper who spotted the SUV, visited Colon-Ortiz. They asked for a voluntary DNA sample for the Marcotte investigation. Colon-Ortiz agreed. This consent would later be challenged due to his primary language being Spanish, despite a Spanish-speaking trooper and his girlfriend assisting with translation. For now, the sample, the 325th collected, was secured and sent to the lab. Everyone held their breath. The hunt was zeroing in. The wait for DNA results was tense. A match meant they had their man. No match, another dead end. In April 2017, 8 months after Vanessa's murder, confirmation. Colon-Ortiz's DNA matched the sample from under Vanessa's fingernails. Irrefutable scientific proof linking him to her final, desperate struggle. Angelo Colon-Ortiz was arrested on April 14th. The next day, District Attorney Joseph D. Early Jr. announced, "We got him." Cheers erupted. Colon-Ortiz was charged with aggravated assault and assault with intent to rape. A murder charge pending. Bail set at $10 million. Relief swept through Princeton, mixed with sorrow for Vanessa. The Phantom had a name. The relentless work of law enforcement, from tips to the trooper's observation to DNA analysis, had paid off. The community's vigilance was validated. The cloud of fear began to lift, replaced by hope for accountability. In June 2017, Angelo Colon-Ortiz was indicted for murder, aggravated assault, and assault with intent to rape. He pleaded not guilty. The legal process was slow. His defense moved to suppress the DNA, arguing language barriers invalidated his consent. After lengthy hearings, in January 2022, a judge denied the motion, ruling Colon-Ortiz was adequately informed consent was voluntary. The DNA was admissible. With trial looming, in October 2022, Colon-Ortiz, now 36, pleaded guilty to second-degree murder and unarmed robbery. This plea, supported by the Marcotte family to avoid a traumatic trial, was accepted. On November 2, 2022, he was sentenced to life, parole eligible in 45 years, at age 81. Heartbreaking victim impact statements were read. Vanessa's mother shared her profound loss. Her uncle revealed Vanessa's father died just 10 days before the plea, after 6 years of grief. DA Joseph Early Jr. stated, "We know nothing can bring Vanessa back, but justice." Colon-Ortiz's conviction brought closure to a case that scarred a community and devastated a family. Why he attacked remains a mystery, but his imprisonment brought somber resolution. The Marcottes were grateful he could harm no one else. This relentless hunt showcased teamwork, forensic power, an officer's keen observation, and community resilience. From 1,300 tips to the trooper's sighting and the DNA match from Vanessa's struggle, every piece was vital. In their grief, Vanessa's family and friends created the Vanessa T. Marcotte Foundation. It promotes women's safety, fights objectification, and empowers women to live fearlessly through self-defense training, mentorship, and initiatives tackling violence against women. Through this, Vanessa's vibrant spirit inspires and makes a difference. Her legacy is one of strength, empowerment, and an enduring fight for a safer world. The hunt was relentless. Efforts to honor her memory are equally unwavering. Vanessa Marcotte's case was a long road to justice. What theory do you have about this case? Drop your thoughts below and suggest the next case I should investigate. And if you value detailed true crime investigations, please subscribe.